Here at the SVG Remote Production Forum, Christian Hernandez here with Sports Video Group. Really pleased to be joined by Lacey Gandee from ESPN. Lacey, how are you doing today and how's the event?
Oh, I'm doing wonderfully. This is my first time here, and it's been really spectacular. There's a lot of different groups here. I'm super impressed.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time. I know people at ESPN are very busy, so we appreciate taking your time out of your schedule to be here. We just got off the stage talking about the remote production facilities here in North Carolina, and the ESPN facility is not new. It opened in 1999. Didn't know it was that old, but that's impressive that you guys have been doing things for that long. So obviously technology has changed, ways shows are being produced have changed. Talk about that evolution of that facility. Not all the way back to 99, but when you first started ESPN to where you are now.
Sure, yeah. So, I started in 2009 up in the Bristol headquarters as mostly a content editor, but I was able to move down to Charlotte and to this facility in 2014, right as the time that it was going through a kind of major change, right? So it was previously all of ESPNU's programming and studio shows, and then it changed into the SEC Network's home, and from there soon after launched into the remote productions that we do now. So we have two fully conventional control rooms and one automated control room, and we are launching into 2025. We'll have a second automated Simply Live V-Box control room that's also going to be cloud capable for us to be able to kind of continue to evolve our Remy footprint from there. Currently we're doing about 900 studio shows every year for the SEC Network, as well as over 200 Remy events each year. That's across all college sports as well as NBA and WNBA from our facility.
Perfect. Yeah, it's always busy with either college sports, WNBA, all that stuff. And because you've been in existence for a while, you've kind of gotten to a good comfort zone where remote production isn't something new. Well, compared to, a Van Wagner or a NASCAR that's not even a year old yet. Because of that experience, if someone is watching this interview or just thinking about opening up a remote production capable facility, what's one piece of advice that you give them?
One is that you can just never have enough resources at all. So you're not only going to be needing to think about different ways of using your current technology, your current people, your current resources across the board, but you're just going to need more. So more internet bandwidth, double, triple, quadruple, whatever you think is going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Also try to kind of anticipate. As soon as you can do something, your production team and your content decision makers are going to want to do more. So they're going to want to add another camera path. They're going to want to add telestration enhancements. They're going to want to add the super slow-mo capabilities, and you're going to have to try and figure out a way to make all that work with spending as least amount as possible. So what's the Band-Aid fix to be able to say yes right now, but then what's also the long-term fix that leads that to be a more regular part of your production.
Right, working in the present, but also thinking about the future. And in the present, fans seem to be wanting new ways of watching their sports teams, whether it's secondhand experiences or just always wanting more, and that's never going to stop. But luckily, the technology that you're using can at least help you adapt to those needs and wants. So with that theme in mind, how has that helped you guys at ESPN enhance production quality and give the fans what they want when they want?
Sure, so that's where it really comes into play, where we're lucky to have big ESPN up in Bristol, Connecticut, so they're doing, all of the latest, greatest, most innovative shows there, and we can often piggyback on those productions to kind of, put our own footprint on them as well. Most recently for the past 2 years, for example, we've done the Burden Tarasi second screen production of the Women's Final Four and Women's Championship game, and that just allows us to really quickly, pretty easily adapt that production that's already being done in Bristol. We can take the components that we need and make it an entirely second production where we can elevate women's athletics, women's college basketball, as well as that Hall of Fame talent of Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi, as well, giving fans the ability to listen to their perspective of this game and what are they talking about, what are they noticing, and so then we can create, an entirely separate production to just elevate that entire event. Without really adding too many other costs necessarily or stress, yes, and just really using our resources to the best of our ability.
Right. Women's Final Four is awesome, but getting to hang out with two legends of the game is another thing. So that's a great thing about remote production. Lacey, thank you for the time. It was great meeting you, and congrats on all the great work, and good luck on the rest of the way.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Lacey Gandee from ESPN here at the 2024 SVG Remote Production Forum. For more interviews like this one with Lacey in Charlotte, head over to our website at sportsvideo.org.